Right.
Why aren't you petting me?
Come on.
Well, I see 2 of your hands right there not doing anything, so let's have at it.
Yeah.
I'm doing something for you, you do something for me.
And even if like you're the kind of person who is more comfortable with using their mouth than their hands, if you're, if you've got your hands like on someone's like inner thigh and you're kind of like moving it upwards, that'll lead places. We will pull your hands. Like, we'll get you where you need to go.
And you don't have to...
Please, don't Ricky Bobby. I will keep bringing that up.
Yes. Well, that's a perfect explanation.
It's so good.
And the thing is, like, hands don't have to be all end all. Like, you don't have to make us come with your hands every time. Like, it can be a lead into other things. But it helps get us revved up for everything else. Mm-hmm.
And
then we'll come easier for you.
Edging with your hands?
God, yes.
Oh, man. You
guys aren't the only ones that can edge.
Exactly.
Oof.
Oh, man.
So I'm just saying, explore. Like, if you don't feel comfortable exploring with your partner, you don't need to be fucking them. It's like if you don't feel comfortable talking about sex with your partner, you don't need to be fucking them. No. Like, you should be... If you are comfortable enough to have their dick in you or various other appendages in you, you should be comfortable enough to open your mouth and speak. Yes. Otherwise, not too healthy.
Yeah, no.
That's
I mean, I guess, unless it's like it's some kind of arrangement that you guys have, like, made. That's on you.
Yeah. Like, I'm not here to judge anyone's, preferences, but I mean, like, you should be able to feel comfortable if you were to do it. You don't... I guess not everything requires consent. A lot of stuff is, like... Well, I mean, like, obviously the first time, and obviously, everything requires consent, but I mean, like, moving from one act to the other doesn't necessarily require you to be like, hey, is this okay? Can I do this? Mm-hmm. But you should be able to read cues that people are uncomfortable or that they really, really want you to be doing what they're doing. So you should at least have the option to talk about it, even if you don't always actually have the conversation. Yeah. So, now I was saying I don't have any bad stories. Eleanor, are you ready? And then we'll end on Al's stories, because Al's got some great ones. And Kevin, I'm mad at you, by the way, for not getting me your story, but I know you got other shit going on.
Yeah, so... Let me go bring this up here. And I'm really sorry, yet not sorry, that the person who's in this story, I haven't talked to you for, like, years. So be mad if you want to. It's your fault. And I'll just leave the title, like, out of it, because I feel like that just, like, negates the entire thing. So anywho, so I dated this chick that I worked with. I won't say where we worked with, because then will be really obvious to a lot of people.
Is it a large chain store?
It is a large chain store.
All right.
Yes. I'll call her E. She was a super hot supervisor, and she immediately started flirting with me the first day I met her. Like, legit, I knew her name, and immediately everything I said was super funny. Oh. And she was like, oh my god, that is so funny. I'm like, oh my god, touch me more.
She put her hand on my leg.
That's what I did. So I remember my old best friend laughing at me because I asked her about how girls flirt. Because I was 22 or 23, and my last girlfriend before her, I was like 18. So it was like quite a gap in womanhood. Anyway, cut to me and her in the backseat of her car. And then in parentheses, if you guys remember the virginity episode, I was also in the backseat of my car in that story as well. So, I like a healthy backseat. Anyway, E was a very hungry woman. She wanted nothing more than to eat pussy, and I let her. She was a very eager explorer. She loved stroking my clit like it was a cock. I really loved it. She's the reason why I do that. So thank you. Thanks, E.
Starting off positive.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Shit's getting real.
Literally. The night she wanted to finger me for the first time almost killed me. it would have been perfect had she not been accustomed to having acrylic manicures. It was that kind of sneaky pain when I didn't feel the nails scratching me because of how wet and excited I was. Also, kudos E.
So how long were these nails?
Were
they like the Peter Griffin making fun of the ghetto call center girl, like super long, or like
they were probably like about that. Like
okay, so your average length. Okay, so average length acrylic nails. Okay, so keep that in mind.
So they weren't those like huge
they weren't
nails.
Crazy claws.
Yeah. But
okay, so keep that in mind. Danger can happen even with normal nails. So if you're gonna finger, nails clipped short, folks.
Please and thank you guys. So yeah. Didn't feel it at all. I was super wet, super excited. Everything was going great. Next day, it felt like someone rubbed sandpaper in my snatch. Because it's that point, like, right, like, just inside the vagina, where, like, I went to go pee, and, like, a drip molecule hit it. And...
yeah, so guys, anyone who doesn't have a vagina, you may not know that even after, like, rough sex, like, so we don't pee out of our vaginas a lot, like a lot of younger guys think, but, there's a lot of little rivulets and a lot of nooks and crannies. And,
literally nooks and crannies on the fucking way.
So when you pee, it can run down the channels and get into the opening of the vagina, and if there are micro tears, it hurts like a hot son of a bitch.
Oh my god. And you would think, like, the way that people with vaginas sit down to pee, that it would just, like, fall out.
Yeah, but not, I mean, if your lips are stuck together, or, guys don't realize that's a thing, like...
oh, man, like, we don't open our lips
no,
to
it's
go
like,
pee.
oh, like...
yeah,
no, everything's just sort of a mess down there all the time.
Some mornings you're just like, what is this now?
You're like peeing in 6 streams. You're like, what? It's like after you guys have sex and go pee and it comes out in 2 streams.
And it like goes out and then...
yeah, same thing, except you don't have crevices down to a sore hole.
Oof. So yeah, after I peed, I was like, ow. And then I wiped. And then I saw pink.
Oh, God.
And I was like...
close my legs.
And I was like, I don't have my period for quite some time now. That's not what this is. So she texted me later that morning and asked if I was okay after she noticed a little bit of blood on her back seat.
Oh my god. That bitch clawed you to death.
She fucking tore my insides. It was great. I told her my pussy was dying, but I wanted to try again after I was healed. She got the nails removed that day.
Good. Oh my god, at least she did. Okay, so I don't feel as bad. Day. Okay, you made me hate her at first, but she at least made sure you were okay. She texted you, and she got the nails removed.
Like that day.
So she wasn't that big of a monster.
No. Okay. Not for that reason.
Well, okay, not for that reason. I don't know.
There are other things, but I'll let her...
well, I'm gonna do like a White Russians and worst breakups, so...
yeah, ours had the cops involved.
Oh my god, well you have to... okay.
You guys...
okay, well, stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm totally
but that's more of a winter drink, so it's getting cold, so we're gonna be doing that.
It's getting cold.
It's getting cold.
I'm all wet. Do you remember that from that fucking movie? It was with Alicia Cuthbertson?
Cuthbert. Girl Next Door?
Yes.
She's hot as hell.
She was outside like, I'm all wet. I was like, I am watching 24 now.
Well, she's like Yvonne Strahovski. Like, not usually into blondes, but hot damn Hannah McKay. Yeah. Alright. So, did you have another story?
No, because that one traumatized me, so I couldn't think of good things.
No, that's okay. I can't blame you. Oh god, that made me cross my legs.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna read you some of Al's stories.
So sorry for anybody who involuntarily, like, giggled.
Oh god, I'm doing it now.
Oh god.
So this is my wonderful friend Al from New York. Hot as hell. And a very, very manly, masculine man, so I am very impressed that, he sent me these stories.
Thanks, Al.
And he was really into my reactions as well. I'm gonna read them exactly how he wrote them.
Good.
Alright. Let me see, hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. I know you guys hated that when I did that last time to get ice, but I got so much shit for that.
Did you really?
I did. Yeah, I got a lot of shit.
I love it.
I got a lot of shit.
It's Linda Richmond, right?
Yeah, it is. Thank you from Coffee Talk. Oh, God. Okay. Anyway. Okay.
That whole skit, by the way, sorry,
You're fine.
is the reason why I call my mom Mamala.
Oh my God.
It's because of Linda Richmond. I love
Talk
it.
amongst yourselves. Okay, so I told him that this was going to be the topic this week.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I have fingering stories. And I said, ooh, gimme. He said both me fingering and me getting fingered. And he put the little devil emoji. I said, oh shit. He goes, am I your target demographic this week? I said, I guess so. And then he said he'd rather talk to me than text him to me, but he was drunk at a bar, so he ended up being bored and texting him to me anyway, which, thank you. Alright, so he asked me what I wanted first, and of course I wanted to hear about him getting fingered, because not many men are so open with that. Especially not many, like, really masculine dom men, so...
Yeah.
So he said, before I got fingered, I met a dom online, and she got me toys, and I had a toothbrush first, and then plugs that she bought, and I came hard. I would have to wear it out in short bursts and get used to it. After that, I got fingered by 3 different people in all different experiences.
Oh, yeah.
First was my first play partner in kink. That was when I was getting divorced, and I would top her, but told her I needed her to top one day. We fucked, and then I told her to go for it and be gentle, because I haven't done this before. And she sucked her finger while I was on my back and my legs on her shoulders, and she went slow and saw how hard I got and went in more and more. She made me come and I passed out, and she cuddled me. In the morning, she woke me up with the blowjob and then climbed on top and fucked me and told me how good I was and then thanked me. I lost it.
Oh my God, yes.
I know. I nearly died. Okay. He said, let me know when you're ready for number 2. I said, oh, I'm ready. I was, like, sitting here waiting, like, staring at my phone, like, come on! So round 2, I was seeing a girl that was divorced from one of my military buddies, and we just happened to hook up. It would be great sex all the time, and then one day she said she wants me to tell her what I want, and I said I wanted to finger me. So she sucked my cock and slowly played with my ass and ate it out. I moaned so loud and she knew I wanted more. She stuck her finger in her wet pussy and spit on my ass and fingered it, and I squirmed and moaned. She said she never did anything like this, but loved how turned on I was. Ooh, Elle is losing her shit.
Oh, shit. I like spit.
Ooh.
So much.
She then went in and pushed in gently and fucked my asshole, and then said, nope, that's not enough. So she sucked my cock as she fingered me. I blasted a load deep down her throat, and she kept going. She then saw I was in a zone, and she climbed on top and fucked me, and woke me up and destroyed her. And then she laid on top of me while I played with her tits and ass, and then kissed me and we passed out. This happened a few times, just more intense every time. Wow. And then he goes, sorry it took so long, I had to piss and smoke. I'm hard, by the way. So fucking hot. Okay.
Alright, Al.
Oh, I know. Oh my God. Okay. So, girl number 3. It was actually this summer. Mom was away for a week, and a play partner I met on Kick from the group you were a part of, we met on a Kick group. Mm-hmm. I always top, but she's a switch that prefers to bottom. I have beat her and fucked her before, but this time I was in my apartment and we went to my place and had a great time. One night we were really horny after drinking and said we were gonna fuck and not have any beatings, and she climbed on top of me. She's a bigger girl. And we fucked, and we came a few times, and then I said, Princess, why don't you fuck Daddy? He loves when I call him Daddy.
Oh my God.
She went into dom mode and said, oh, you lay there as I take what's mine. Then she went in dry and made me moan, and she laughed.
Oh.
She fingered me hard and dry and loved it. I moaned and begged her to make me come. She said not till she's ready. She was taking advantage of being in charge for once. Fucked me hard in my ass and then jerked me off. I came hard and she had a grin on her face like no other, and then saw me roll my eyes to the back of my head and pass out. She sucked me off and then laid on top of me and held me, and next thing I know, my ass hurts and it was morning with me in her arms for once. And then we fucked and I destroyed her to make up for it. And we were a puddle of cum and sweat. She reminds me of that night all the time because she owned me that night. Out of all 3, she is the only one that reminds me of it and wants more. The other 2 loved me fucking them more. I've had women on Kick say they want to peg me, so there's that.
Oh, yeah.
Whew.
Huh.
So he asked me a couple times for my reactions, and I told him in detail. With pictures. And video.
Oh.